Today's lesson is circles on the coordinate plane. Okay, so the equation of a circle in standard form is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals the radius squared. So the center is at hk and the radius is squared. Okay, so if I'm looking at the equation of a circle here, the horizontal value is the x minus h, and the vertical is the y minus k. Okay, so let's write the equation of a circle where I give you either the radius or the diameter. So the center is at hk, and here's my radius r. So this is going to be x minus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 5 quantity squared, and 4 squared is 16. Okay, when I have a minus sign here, this is going to be x minus negative 2, so that makes it x plus 2 squared plus y minus 7 squared equals 36. Okay, when I have the diameter, I know the radius is half, so the radius would be 5 for a diameter of 10. So this is going to be x plus 1 quantity squared plus y plus 3 quantity squared equals 25. 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, we don't usually write minus 0. So when I have a x or y coordinate of 0, I just write it as x squared plus y plus 9 squared, and 4.2 squared is 17.64. Okay, h and k are both 0. This is just going to be x squared plus y squared equals 25. This is going to be x squared plus y plus 1 quantity squared. 2.5 is squared is 6.25. And again, I have the diameter, so my radius is half of the diameter, so radius is 4. So this is going to be x plus 2 quantity squared plus y minus 5 quantity squared equals 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so let's do this backwards now. I'm going to give you the circle. I'm going to have you tell me what the center is and write the equation. So here's my center right here. So the center is at 7, 8. Okay, so I went to the right 7 and up 8. And I can see the radius. I can count the radius. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the radius is 5. I can count the radius. Horizontal or vertical in all these places. So my equation is going to be x minus 7 quantity squared plus y minus 8 quantity squared equals my radius squared. 5 squared is 25. Okay. Let's try number 9. This is at -3, 4. Here's my center, and then my radius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the radius is also 5 on this one. This is going to be x plus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 4 quantity squared. 5 squared is 25. Okay, this time I'm going to give you the center and a point. And I'm going to ask you for the equation. So my center is at h and k. And I don't know the radius. So I'm going to have to calculate the radius from the distance formula. So here I'm saying my center is at 2, -6. So I'm going to just say 2, -6. I'm going to estimate that. And I have a point that's at 110. So 110. So I'm going to say this is 110. So this is my circle. So this is the radius here. So I'm basically here's my circle. Okay. So in order to, I know what h and k are, 2 and -6. So I'm going to use the distance formula between these 2 points to find the radius. So I can substitute in the radius. So I'm going to say this is x1, y1, and x2, y2. So I'm going to just substitute into the distance formula now. So x2 is 1 minus 2 quantity squared plus 10 minus -6. So that's 10 plus 6 quantity squared. Oops. So when I put this in my calculator, this is going to be the square root of 257. So this is what my distance is, which is my radius. So when I substitute into my equation, I'm going to substitute into x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals my radius squared. So we said h is 2, k is -6, so x minus 2 quantity squared plus y plus 6 quantity squared, and then the square root of 257, I want to square that. So the square root of 257 times the square root of 257 is 257. Okay, so we got our equation. Okay. So last combination here, I'm going to give you the equation and ask you for the center and the radius. Okay, so the center here is going to be at 4, 2. And the radius is the square root of 81, which is 9. Okay, so here I am plus 4, so I know h is -4. And here I'm -10, so I know k is 10. The 65 is r squared, so the square root of 65 is r. 13, my center is at -8, 6. And the square root of 36 is 6. Okay, number 14, h is at -7 and k is at 1. And the radius is at square root of 33. Okay, we're done.